Okay, so that is Anima Misa. Of course, I said acting royalty in Ghana. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
But not just an actress, writer, producer, director, amongst other things, mother, superwoman, the whole shebang. A lot of times I feel like when you're you're on TV or an actor, people always just will see the famous side only and kind of forget about all the other stuff. But what was it about the craft of acting that attracted you so much to want to get into it?
Well, you know when you're young and you're a child, you always sort of pretend to be other people.
Oh yeah.
And I think everyone does it, but I think some of us never really outgrow it.
Oh yeah.
Some of us, you know what I mean?
Oh yes, some of us.
Yeah,
yes.
We just carry on. I mean, it's the fun of living other lives, even if for just a short while. And I think that's what it was. So I had no plans that I was going to be an actress. I just know that I enjoyed it. And just growing up, I had opportunities to sort of dabble more and more into it. And that's how it all started.
Nice. Love, Brood and African Pot is an African classic, movies. It will live and stand the test of time over and over and over and over again. At the time you were cast to be in that movie, did you have any inkling, any idea that so many years down the line that it will become the classic that it is become?
Absolutely not. It's so funny because, you get a script and you think, it's not bad, so all right, it's interesting, and you learn your lines and you go on set and you do it and you just leave it there.
You go home.
You go home. And then after that, after the premiere, it was wow. And I'm not sure whether it's just the fact that, we hadn't seen ourselves on screen for a long time. So Love Brood was like the first time you could actually see ourselves on screen, and I think that was part of the attraction. It was like, this is our movie, this is our story. We can understand this guy, we can understand this girl, And then it was just like out of all proportion. After that, it was like different parts of Africa, and everyone, I've seen it 13 times. I'm like, what? Yeah. Wow. But we never expected it to be like that. It was just another project that you do and you finish and you go home.
Let me ask you, is there a generational gap in terms of the people who recognize you? Because obviously the Adam's Apple series has also, been ongoing as a TV series and everything. So you've got the Love Brood Heritage Africa crowd, and then the Adam's Apple. Yes. Do you tend to get different people recognizing you for different roles?
Yes, yes, I do. I mean, the Love Brood people are the
old school,
the older generation. And sometimes when I meet young people, say, "Oh, I saw Love Brood." I said, "No, you didn't. Your mom saw it, and maybe you saw it when she was watching it." But so there's some younger people who are aware of that as well. But I think that's just because their parents were watching it or something. That most of the younger people is the Adam's Apples crowd. They recognize me for that more than for the old
everything else.
Yeah.
Okay, last week was last Saturday International Women's Day. Women empowerment and so forth. Looking at it, just as a woman, you're in the media, in the forefront. There's a lot of eyes on you. Do you think our females in Ghana, do you think we're utilizing all the best resources? Do you think we're in a good position right now?
I think that the opportunities could be there, but I think that's a very cultural thing, even though it's changing now, where you are brought up as a woman to really not expect too much of yourself because you're going to get married, and and it's amazing that even now in 2014 I talk to young women who are looking out for the guys. Does he have a car? Does he, so that idea of I want to be independent and I want to do it myself, and there's nothing wrong with me being able to contribute to the housekeeping and all that. I think it's something that we still have to teach our younger generation. And I think with that, then you can demand things, because you can't, on one hand, talk about equality and empowerment, and I want to do this, and then
you should buy me a car, buy me a phone, buy me credit.
And when we go out, you buy me the food. You can't have it both ways. So that's where I think there's sometimes a little bit of
Okay, I know you're a writer as well, very accomplished writer. Most people don't know you as a writer. Most people don't know you're a director or a producer. It's just to, I guess, sort of put it out there, do you think it's good to be in this industry multifaceted, so that you're not just waiting for people to call you for a job, but you can go out and do your projects as well, if needs be?
I think it's very important, but at the same time, I don't think it's everybody who can write, because you have to love to write. And so if it's not really flowing, you can try really hard and come up with something that nobody can do anything with. So I think it's a good thing, but I think it's got to be something that you really can do as well and feel happy with doing, and are ready to commit to it. Because being, like I say, being multifaceted is a plus in whatever profession, and if you can do it, then I think that you should.
Nice. We had the Ghana's Actors Guild. We actually had a discussion yesterday about the Ghana Actors Guild and, their efficiency or lack of efficiency. I didn't even know where they were located. Just to be told they're a Musica. They're actually a Musica's office. And I'm like, I've been to Musica, so how come I didn't know? Do you feel like as an actor you pretty much belong to the acting alma mater, if to lack of a better word? Do you feel like the Ghanaian acting contingent, that you're part of it? Do they recognize you? Do they award you, for example? Have you been awarded?
No. I think, you do things, and what's at the forefront of your mind is, I'm going to do this project and I'm going to do it well. If at the end of the day somebody says, wow, that was brilliant, and you need to be awarded, you need to be recognized, and that's fine, but it's never a motive to do anything. And so whatever comes your way, you have to just do it to the best of your ability, and that's all.
But it's just something it just came to mind, because I just thought, hold on. In terms of acting royalty, you're one of the only people who, from back in the days, were acting. You're still acting, because a lot of times when you talk to some of the veteran actors, there's a lack of inclusion in the current system. So someone like you should have a list of awards. Don't you think it's a problem when we're not recognizing almost our own? And the people who have been doing it from then, this is just coming from me, by the way, not nobody, but I just thought about it.
I think they are recognizing people, and I think they are doing well. I don't think it's like you asked before, it's a generational thing. So I don't. If you haven't seen Love, really haven't seen, you don't know the history, then that's fine. You just don't know it. So that's fine. You know what I mean? So I think there's a whole new generation of actors, and they're doing well, and they're awarding, and recognizing what they do, and I think that's fine.
It goes among, but then it's like it goes amongst themselves.
But that's all.
I just realized that maybe that's another discussion for another show. But it's something that is like it just came to mind. Actually.
But then it's because they are doing it.
But you're doing it as well. There's other veteran actors, but there's other actors, not just to do with it, but there's other actors who are actually also doing it, and they don't necessarily get the recognition. That's another topic. Let's not deviate. Okay, looking at this whole Ghana film industry, that whether we really have an industry, if you want to use the term, or the Gallywood, which I hate that word, but some people choose that.
Okay.
What do you think of our Gallywood industry? I had to whisper industry.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Oh, it's okay. I always do.
Right. Well, when I first started, it was a very different story, because I started with somebody like Kwanzaa. And it was such a professional set, and everything was done professionally. And I remember it was the olden type of thing that we had to go and look at the rushes and all that, but it was very professionally done. And then I sort of went away, and a whole new industry developed. So coming back, you come back to what is there, and even though I've sort of acted, I've never really sort of felt
the same level.
And so I don't know whether I would have preferred the industry to go the way that Pa was doing it was very professional. Well, actually, I should.
Well, we were both on set with Carl just last year for Praising the Lord +1. And he's still very professional.
Yes.
He still does things the way it should be. And I've been on other sets, not so professional.
And it makes it really difficult. But then sometimes I find it really hard to sort of say, well, I mean, it's all not good now. I think that people have to be acknowledged for the effort, because without what is there now, there would be nothing. And I think it's improving, because you have younger directors coming up now who have a better sense of what they're doing. So I think the industry, as we call it, will probably find itself, for a level itself at some point. I mean, people are now demanding better, I think. Yeah, people are becoming more critical, like, what's that? And so it will just evolve naturally, I think, to a stage where people will demand what is right and what is good, and then hopefully we can talk about serious industry.
Okay, it's unfortunate we're almost out of time on this, but I wanted to ask, you have a son. We're talking earlier about in-laws getting interfered, or problematic in-laws, nosy in-laws into their children's relationships and so forth. Would you consider yourself a nosy in-law or nosy mother-in-law?
Mother-in-law.
Are you all that material?
No, not at all. And I actually find myself fighting with my peers because they want to really interfere in their children's choices. Because I always say, look, I might not be 100% happy, but if this person really makes my son, my daughter, or something, I'll be there to support. So in case there's anything, I'm here to support you. And so I don't see the point of, because what are you going to do? You're going to say, no, don't go into that relationship. I'm going to give you one, and that will be there's no guarantee anywhere. So no, I'm not an interference person at all.
You're laid back.
Very laid back.
Okay, and lastly, any new projects upcoming?
Well, at the moment I'm quite busy because I'm sort of producing the KSM show, but we are hoping to do other things as well very soon. But I like things to happen before I talk about them.
I totally understand. I want to say a massive thank you. And yes, I don't understand why you don't have a wall of accolades. I'm going to take that out. I want to say a big thank you to Anima Misa, veteran actress, producer, director, writer. Okay, that's been it for entertainment. Make sure you don't go anywhere.